Good evening, guys, everyone. Right. Online participants, good evening. Right. Good evening, Bhargavi. Good evening, Samya. Good evening, Akshay. So, any doubts, guys? In the last session, I think we worked with the revision part, right? Last session. Okay. Right. So today we'll go with Python revision. So yesterday we completed with Tableau, right? The day before yesterday, Power BI and SQL. Hmm? Yesterday Tableau, day before yesterday, Power BI and SQL. So today let's go with Python. And if time permits, we'll go with the stats too. So first, let me open this whiteboard. What are all the programming languages that you're familiar with? That means you heard about it apart from Python. C, C++, Java. How many of you are coming from computer science background? Okay. Hmm. So tell me what are hmm? Guys, what are the languages? C, C++, Java, Python. Okay. Any, huh? C sharp, JavaScript, okay, .NET, HTML, okay, CSS, okay. Okay, those are all again. Uh, okay, those are all. Hmm, okay, good. So, Java, Python, C, C++, and we are having R programming, famous programming for it. JavaScript is there, C sharp is there, and you are having HTML again, different full stack related HTML, all these frameworks, multiple languages are there. Among all these programming languages, the most important programming language for analytic purpose, data analytics is Python. In data science industry, along with Python programming language, some of the companies are even utilizing R programming language. For your understanding, I'm just explaining you. There is one more important language in data science industry apart from Python called R programming. But the competition for Python itself is very high. The demand for Python is very high. That means, for example, I'm not comparing anything. I don't want to provide any percentages kind of thing, but majority of the opportunities, job opportunities are into Python programming stuff. And the next competitor in the data science industry for analytics purpose, programming languages are programming. And as far as analytics is concerned, data analytics, complete Python programming language only. So here Python programming language itself is the most easiest programming language available among all the programming languages. And then we need to work with all these options. What I mean to say is, this Python programming language in itself is utilized by multiple teams, guys. Multiple individuals are going to utilize the same Python programming language. The same Python programming language is being utilized by data analyst. The same Python programming language is being utilized by data scientist. The same Python programming language is being utilized by data engineer. The same Python programming language is being utilized by AI specialist. The same Python programming language is being utilized by full stack developer. The same Python programming language may be utilized to perform automation tasks, the testing, all this stuff. That means language is same. It's Python. But the same Python programming language is being utilized by multiple individuals in multiple different key areas. One in data analytics, the other one is data science, the other one is in data engineering. All these people are working on the same programming language. That means in simple words, what we can consider it as Python programming language itself is a versatile tool. It's been utilized by many, but you might get it out. The work is going to be a little different. Okay. The work itself is going to be a little different by data engineer. The work is going to be a little different by data analyst. The work is going to be different by data scientist, right? The work is going to be a little different with each and every person. But the common thing that you are going to get here is analytics, the same part. Okay. See, you are having all the list of programming languages. Okay. There's a Python programming, Java, everything. We are picking Python, and this itself is being utilized by multiple individuals. Now, the question here is each and every individual to perform their individual task in their key area team, the work is going to be a little different. But everyone is using the same programming language. Will they be using the same concepts or different concepts? Syntax will be same. The concepts are going to vary based upon the libraries that they are utilizing. What I mean to say is, as a data analyst, we are utilizing Python programming language, but explicitly we'll be focusing on these libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn. These are the specific data analytic related libraries. Or even if you want to include something called SciPy Plotly. Now, as far as data science is concerned, data scientist is also going to utilize Python programming language, but with different set of libraries. So for example, there is this library called scikit-learn library. Anyone coming from data science DSA background in BTech? No? AIML? No one? Okay. Scikit-learn library is there. Yes, okay. I hope you know that Bhargavi, right? So when you're working with scikit-learn, it is completely utilized to perform machine learning tasks, ML algorithms, deep learning algorithms, machine learning, scikit-learn. Along with it, you are going to work with this library called TensorFlow. There is one more library called Keras. So different libraries have been available, and these libraries you are going to utilize to perform your analytic tasks, predicting tasks, future forecasting, data science part. Data engineer is also going to utilize the same programming language, Python, but with a different setup again, PySpark, Python Spark. There they'll be utilizing in the backend the concept called HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File Systems, HDFS concept. Utilizing this concept, they are going to work with this PySpark data engineering track. AI, again, they'll be utilizing the same TensorFlow, Keras to perform deep learning tasks, neural networks, CNN, RNN. Full stack developer, they might be utilizing the separate thing again. They might be utilizing frameworks, Django. Frameworks will be there. They'll be utilizing those frameworks. Okay. That means everyone is using programming language called Python, but they are utilizing it in a different way. Each and every individual is, that means not like every individual. In most of the teams, these members, individuals are using Python, but they are utilizing the same programming language it in a different way. Data analyst might be utilizing the programming language Python it in a different way by integrating it with libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Cbon. Data scientist is also going to utilize the same programming language, but in a little different way by integrating these libraries like scikit-learn, TensorFlow, Keras. Data engineer might be utilizing the same programming language Python, but they might be utilizing it with a different set of skill set like HDFS, PySpark, Kafka technologies. So what is our area? What is our main focus part? That we need to understand and we need to focus on that important thing. So Python itself is a very big, it's a very vast ocean. We need to understand what we need to learn. And we as a data analyst, we are more interested in handling working with these libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Cpon. Hope clear, everyone? Online participants clear? Okay. No, still not yet, Vijay. There is the one topic that we left with X stats topic. Okay. Test, chi-square test, ANOVA test. Those topics we need to cover. As nowadays AI is booming, what AI tools are used? Maybe we can learn as add-on thing for data. Yes, obviously, Likita. See, when you're working with this AI tools, I'll highly suggest you to go with these tools, guys. You need to learn these tools. If you're not learning these tools, it's going to be a problematic. See, tools in the sense multiple. So, for example, simple chat GPT is there, Gemini is there, Google Bard is there. Say, for example, you are working with Microsoft suggestions with Copilot is there, Midjourney is there, right? Multiple AI tools are there, Fabric community. So you need to understand, utilize these AI tools to get your work done in a very smart way, easiest way possible. So utilizing these AI tools is also very important. Remember. Okay. So I hope it's clear, everyone. This entire stuff, Python, in which way everyone is utilizing. Now, coming to the main point here, in Python, we worked with the topic called data types. Okay. Please provide a list of AI tools that can be learned and used. Yeah, sure, I'll provide. Tableau, histogram, Gantt. Yeah, not completed, Anusha. What was the most helpful to learn AI tools like first like Gen AI and then start applying for jobs, or to start a data analyst and then learn AI tools? Uh, See, Gen AI is not, it's not like AI tool, right? Gen AI is nothing but it's a course, complete course. Generative AI, LLM, large language models. It's a very lengthy subject, Gen AI. Tools, we need to learn tools. So first we need to learn these tools. Okay, you're already completed this data analytics course, right? So you completed all the modules in it, all the concepts in it. Okay, fine. Now you need to learn these AI tools, how you can utilize these AI tools to perform your analytic tasks. Understand it. See, if you're working with Chat GPT itself, three versions are there. If you remember, 3.5 and 4. 3.5 is the free version available. 4 is the premium option. If you're going with Chat GPT 4, the thing is, it will even accept data sets, Excel data sets itself. That means you want to utilize, you want to perform some analytics on one Excel sheet, import that entire Excel data to ChatGPT 4 premium version, ask some questions, it will provide you entire analysis report. Okay. You are asking questions in English. and it will provide you all the answers based on your requirement. If you want SQL query, it will provide SQL query. If you want table output, table output. If you want to understand it in a visual like donut pie, it will provide in that way. So you can even do these things to learn. But again, you might get it out. Is there any risk? Or if if we can do all these things directly, what happened to this cursor? See, if we are talking about these things, some privacy issues, security issues are also there, guys. See, recently, one of my friend, the old colleague, he's working in there's a company I'm not able to recall, but they'll be focusing on car dashboard setup. Car dashboard setup. Nowadays, there's this new technology. Anyone knew about it? What is it? ADAS, ADAS. Anyone heard about it, guys? ADAS. So what is it? Hmm. Hmm. So it's AI integrated technology. We are providing it in cars. See, I hope Tesla. Tesla, you are already familiar with those cars, automated cars. Now, autopilot, exactly. Now, in India also, ADAS level 1, level 2, level 3, these kind of levels are there, technologies are there. Not that way advanced like Tesla's auto copilot, these things, but um, it's something like levels, ADAS, level 1, level 2, level 3. So, what these levels are like, even if you remember, some cars are there, and there is a model called the first model, XUV 700. Hmm? XUV 700, MG. Nowadays, almost in all the cars, these technologies have been equipped. So, what these ADAS technologies, so for example, lane detection system. You are not holding your steering of your car. Okay, you are not holding the steering of the car, but that car itself is going to sense that white marking lines on the road, and automatically it will adjust and it will steer. So, for example, you're drowsy, you're sleepy, you're sleeping. Automatically crash detection. So, for example, any individual is just crossing the road, all of a sudden, the car itself is going to stop there. So, these kind of connections are going to be there. Okay. So, automatically it will stop, or there are some other requirements. So, for example, based upon speaking communication, how these things have been changing, navigating. So, these are all the technologies which have been evolving day by day. So what we used to what that person is talking about us in their company, uh, that means that the last 2 months back they're utilizing these AI tools, chat GPT, all those things. But that is going to be a threat, security threat, privacy issue for that company. Why? Because if the employee is not understanding what to do, what not to do, the immediate thing that employee will do is provide a sample data to chat GPT, and they'll ask what I need to do. If that employee is not getting an answer, but project deadline is there, what he will do? He'll ask the other colleague. Even that colleague will not understand. Simply copy paste some sample data to chat GPT, ask the question, it will provide that answer. Based on that, he'll do something. Work will be completed. Ah, yeah, completed. But security issue. You are providing the data to chat GPT. Security issue. Threat is there. If it's your data, it's okay. But that is company's data. Will they accept it? No. You are providing some valuable data. Data itself is very valuable. If you're providing that valuable data to a third source party, then it's going to be problematic. So these limitations are there again when you're talking in company level. So coming to the main point, tools you need to learn. You need to understand how to perform, how to do this work smart instead of doing it in a work hard. Smart work always pays work better than this, but you need to understand when to do when we are not supposed to do. Why? Because there are multiple issues again when you are doing these things. Every time it will not provide you the correct answer. Yes or no? If even if you want to give it a try, just give it a try. Go to ChatGPT, provide it might provide correct answer, but at some point of time it will provide you wrong answer. And if you'll think that it is wrong and you're giving one more prompt that no, no, this is something wrong, provide me correct answer, it will provide one more answer. You might think it is correct. Second time also it will provide wrong. There are multiple circumstances like that. So AI tools, every time it will not provide you correct answer. Obviously, end of the day, human interference need to be there. Okay. What are the functions in Excel are we going to learn? Yes, yes, we are going to cover count if some functions are there, Vijay. Okay. Those things and statistical options. Within one day, I guess we can complete that part, functionalities and statistical options. So simple. Okay, coming to the main topic, Python, we'll go with it. But a small suggestion here is always remember, go with latest trends, guys, in the market and go to an interview. Majority of the interviews are going to be in a technical approach, but at some point of time, the interviewer might be focusing on non-technical approach. Are there any recent tools and technologies that are there in the market based on this? You need to have an eye. Current affairs, latest technologies, all those things. Everything, what are all the things that you want to do? You need to strategize it, guys, from now itself. Anyone coming from EC, triple E background, electronics, coming? Okay. See, future it's all about semiconductors, chipsets, semiconductors. There is a huge potential there. And every day, if you open that news channel, somewhere you'll get the same news. Semiconductors, Modi investments more on this part, semiconductor. The market itself is going to be very huge in that potential. So if you are trying to shift your career into that particular space now itself, down the line, 4 years, 5 years, the market potential will be so high and the demand and importance for you is going to be very high. Obviously, if you are having 3 to 4 years work experience in that particular industry, now they'll pay you so much good package for you. Why? Because you are the resource person there. You know what to do, what not to do. You are the resource person there. So you can able to explain, you can able to understand all these approaches in that domain. So what I mean to say is understand your domain. What is your key domain area? What is your interest? Whether you are interested in healthcare, whether you are interested in automobiles, whether you are interested in semiconductor chipsets, what is the niche area that you are interested in? Select that area, pick that area directly. You need to jump into that part. Okay. So chalo, coming to the main point, let's go with a quick revision part. Now we are having the main core topics in Python we completed called data types, data structures. As far as data types are concerned, we are having numeric data types, non-numeric data types, date, date time, data types are also been there. Numeric data types, here we work with both int, float, right? In Python, it's been represented with int64, float 64. Non-numeric itself has been represented with object. Obviously, date will be there, date time will be there. There's no change in it. Okay. Along with Boolean, complex data types have been there. But don't confuse with data types and data structures. What is the difference between data type and data structure? Mhm. So data type, it just explains you what is the type of data. It will not store. Okay, 2 minutes. Update me the answer. These simple questions you can expect in the interview, guys. Data type versus data structure. I'm a PHP developer and now I'm learning DA to improve my job profile. I already mentioned that I'm studying in where I need to handle all kinds of works alone. Which course would be good add-on to help me grow future in my career? Planning to learn AI, but don't have any idea on that. Mm, if you want to upgrade yourself, Rao, better I'll suggest you can go with data science and AI part, artificial intelligence. So first you need to complete your machine learning. First thing first, you need to be thorough with your statistics. Statistics in the sense not only descriptive statistics, you need to complete both descriptive as well as inferential statistics. Once you are getting that solid background, okay, the basic foundation stone of statistics, then you need to learn machine learning. Then you can go with deep learning and NLP, CNN, RNN, all these concepts you can focus on. So once analytics, then AI part. Mm. Data type is a type of data you store. Data structure is a way of organizing and storing a data in a computer so that it can be accessed and used effectively. Okay. Mhm. Data structure way to store data. Okay, right. Welcome, Rao. See, don't confuse with data types and data structures. Data type is nothing but it just explains you what is a type of data. It just explains you what is a type of data, whether is it numeric or not. Why data type understanding is important? See, you are working with a column called age column. Age column is going to be numeric data. Age column is going to be numeric data. If you want to perform any aggregation called sum, min, max, is it possible on it? Possible. It's a numeric one. Yes, it is possible. But if in case you don't want to, or else you are trying to perform an aggregation called average, min, max on a column like first name, is it possible? No, it's not possible. Why? That is non-numeric column. We can't able to perform those aggregations in that way. So we need to understand what is the type of data. If you are not clear with what is the type of data, we are not pretty much clear what to do analytics the part. So if it is numeric, you can perform aggregations. If it is non-numeric, sorry, we can't able to perform all the aggregations. So to understand the type of data, data types are important. Data structures are there. Data structure is nothing but it is a type of structure which is utilized to hold the data, store the data. Data type explains you what is the type of data. Data structure explains you in which format you are storing the data. So basically we are having four different types of data structures, guys. If you remember, what are those four different structures? List, tuple, set, and dictionary. Okay, good. Now, right, Bhargavi, when you're working with list, this in itself is been provided in square brackets. Tuple itself is been provided in rounded parenthesis. Set itself is been provided in curly braces. Dictionary itself is been provided in curly braces. These are the four data structures available with us. One is list, square brackets, tuple, normal rounded parenthesis, set, curly braces. Dictionary is also something, curly braces. Utilizing these four data structures, you can able to store the data in whichever the format that you want to include. By the way, list is mutable. Tuple is immutable. If in case you want to add, remove, in list it's possible, but in tuple it's not possible. By the way, set it's an order data and it will not accept duplicates actually. Set is not going to accept duplicates. Dictionary, obviously, dictionary is nothing but you are going to create it based on key value pair combination. Keys will be there, values will be there. Keys, you need to have unique keys. Values, what are the values that you want to include? You can include, no problem. Okay. Key value pair combination is also been provided. And coming to the main point, conditionals. Remember this. If, elif, else, right? Remember the same similar topic in SQL. We completed it with case when statements, case when then, finally end. So what is the case? When this is the scenario, then this is the answer. When this is the scenario, then this is the answer. When this is the scenario, then this is the answer. The same similar thing that we are going to do here with the help of conditionals. If, elif, else. Now, we'll go with one simple question. Everyone ready to solve? Then again, we'll continue with the main topic, looping libraries, everything. Okay. Everyone, open your Google Colab, guys. Online participants, offline, everyone, open your Google Colab. Yeah, Kirti. Today I'll upload. Only Tableau's one material, right? That you gone through. I provided Tableau material, right? Okay, everyone open this. Now the question is, try to take a requirement like, okay, so for example, salary, try to take a salary and try to, that salary needs to be something like an input value. Okay, you need to ask each and every employee, or you need to take that input value from that individual. What is the salary? Based on the salary value that they're providing, you need to categorize it into high, medium, low. Assume that the salary ranges are between 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Okay. Now the requirement is, if salary is greater than 1 lakh 80,000 high, 1 lakh 20,000 to 1 lakh 80,000 medium, less than 1 lakh 20 low. Simple. You just check this out. Hmm? Medium 1 lakh 20 to 1 lakh 80. High greater than 1 lakh 80. Low less than 1 lakh 20. And you need to work with conditionals, guys. Online participants, once if it's completed, provide me the code in the chat. Right, Siddhant. Okay, right, Akash. How many of you completed, guys? Okay, last 1 minute. Make it fast. Okay. Let's go with the next part, case. Okay, right, Bhargavi. Right, Akash. Okay, guys, everyone. Just after completion of this conditionals, we worked with a topic called loops. Anyone remember this? What are the two loops available in Python? For loop, while loop. What is the difference between for loop and while loop? Which one? Hmm. Okay, good. Yes, Siddhant. See, when you're working with loops, for loop is being utilized to for working with finite data. While loop, infinite. If you are having any range of values already available in a data structure, then you can go with for loop. So for example, you are working with a range of values in a list, in a tuple. So when you're working with, with any data structure like list or tuple, you are providing some values, data points in it. And those data points values are being provided between the range, right? When you're working with loops, for loop, while loop, for loop is nothing but finite. While loop is nothing but infinite. When you're already having the range of values that are being provided in this looping syntax. So for example, in a list or a tuple, in any one data structure, you're already having some data points in it. Okay. In a data structure like list or tuple, you're already having some data points available in it. And you just want to read it. You just want to have a word, focus on analytics part on that particular loop. For loop. That means if you are starting a loop, if you are starting any list and you're providing values in the inside that list, definitely you need to end that with parentheses, right? You're providing one data structure called list or tuple. If you're opening any parenthesis, definitely you need to close the parenthesis. Definitely you need to close the parenthesis in the sense it is a finite data. Range is there. Go with for loop. But if you don't know what is the data, what is the limit, what is the range, there is no fixed limit, then go with while loop. Right? So there we worked with two more options again. Yes. Finite, infinite. Anyone remembered we worked with these use cases like first five odd numbers, first 10 even numbers. Okay. Just give it a try. I want first 10 even numbers in the table. I want first 10 even numbers and I want first 10 odd numbers also. Provide me the code in the chat, guys. I want first 10 odd numbers, first 10 even numbers. Then the question is you need to get first 10 odd numbers, first 10 even numbers. Okay. Then okay, right, Akshay. Right, Akash. Right, Bignesh. Okay, right, Siddhant. You provided any values in it? No, right. Right, Ramya. Right, Bhargavi, Vignesh. Okay, fine. Perfect. Now, right, Likita. It's good, fine. Everyone remembered this. You utilize your range functionality, and yeah, that's perfect. Now, along with these conditionals and loops, we work with libraries. And what are these libraries? NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. These are the four libraries available with us, especially when you're working with a library called NumPy. What does it mean? It's nothing but numeric Python. And what we are going to discuss here with NumPy? Here we learn some options like arrays, creating arrays, matrices. Okay. So how to create an array, how to create a matrix. These are all the options that we work with. Even if you remembered, there we work with some options like dimensions. We are having one dimensional array, two dimensional array, three dimensional array. And we work with some functionalities called shape function, size function, reshape, flatten. Remembered all these things? Shape, size, reshape, flatten, one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional arrays. And you provided something called indexing. Indexing in the sense, for example, you are having an array, three dimensional array. It's a 3x3 matrix, three columns and three rows. Say, for example, this combination, we call it as row. This combination, we call it as column. Okay. Always remember indexing is something starts with 0, 0, 1, 2. Whereas row level indexing always starts with 0, 1, 2. Row level or column level, always indexing position. Index position is something starts with 0 and then it will go to 1. Then it will go to 2. Like this, index positions are going to change. So based on that, you are going to understand how the positions are going to be. And this we call it as index, right? Based on your requirement, you need to select an index and you need to get that output. Okay. Next, here itself we utilized uh, arithmetics. That means whatever the data points that are being provided inside that array, to that array, we are just trying to provide some arithmetics, adding a number, subtracting a number, right? And here we utilized concatenating, right? Arrays. And one array with another array, we are multiplying, adding, dividing, subtracting. Remember? So these are all the things that you can do. Array itself is nothing but again, it's a data structure actually. Advanced data structure. In an interview, they might ask you a question why NumPy array itself has been utilized. Simple answer. NumPy array itself is one type of advanced data structure available in Python. But what is the purpose of utilizing an array even though we are having list and array tuples is faster data retrieval, faster mathematical calculations can be performed an array. If you're working with list or tuple, mathematical performance options, all these things you can do, but there are some limitations. And there it might take some time, but when you're working with creating an array, it will take very less time comparing with the normal regular data structure. So to get that output data, and at the same point of time, what usually happens is faster retrieval. The calculation, the mathematical calculations are being performed much effectively and efficiently in arrays comparing with a normal regular data structure. Okay, that is the purpose of utilizing this library called NumPy, numeric Python, where you can perform some numeric calculations. And as you all know that Matplotlib and Seaborn are the two important data visualization libraries. Data visualization libraries available. So when you're working with data visualization libraries, the simple keynote here is creating pie charts, donut charts, bar charts, column charts, line charts, area chart. What are all the visualizations that you are going to create? All these visualizations are being created in these libraries like Matplotlib and Seaborn. Simple requirement. Now, within these libraries, you can able to understand the data and to perform your analytic tasks in a simple way. See, the difference is common. Again, both are utilized for data visualization purpose, but Seaborn, it's little more advanced, more utilized for statistical computations. And Seaborn library itself is something created on top of your Matplotlib library. Seaborn library is something that we created on top of Matplotlib library. And these are the two analytic tasks that we need to focus on. And when you're utilizing functions also, it's little different. In Matplotlib, you might be calling it with bar, pie, donut, line, these things. But in Seaborn, for each and every visual function, you'll add it with a name plot. Instead of bar, pie, donut, you will call it as bar plot, scatter plot, pie plot. Hmm? Everything you call it with a name plot functionalities. See, along with Matplotlib and Seaborn, there are even some other libraries. If in case you want to go with it, just have a look. Along with Matplotlib, Seaborn, you are having some libraries like Plotly, SciPy libraries are there. Okay. Any one library is fine enough. Even both are not required. Going with Matplotlib, stick with Matplotlib. Go with Seaborn, stick with Seaborn. If you are going with multiple libraries, again, there is a risk of confusion of these functions. On my point, anyone is fine, but pick any one library, start working on it. End of the day, they'll be focusing on visualizations. So see, what are all the things that you want to do? Clean the data, everything. End of the day, it's all about visualizing the data and depicting your insights to the opposite person. Simple. That is what we need to understand. Now, when you're working with these two options, Matplotlib and Seaborn, data visualization, as we already discussed. And now here we are having this library called pandas. Okay. And what is this pandas library? Pandas library is something utilized to perform data manipulation. See, in interview, they might call it with the name data manipulation, or they might call it with the name data transformation. They might call it with the name data cleaning. They might call it with the name data cleansing, or they might even call it with the name data wrangling or data munging. Everything is same. You are cleaning the data set. Okay. Data cleaning, data cleansing, data manipulation, data transformation, data wrangling, data munging. Everything is same. You're cleaning your data set. You're transforming your data set. And this all things that you can do with the help of a library called pandas in Python. And here, this is the very important library. Among all the libraries, pandas is the very important library. And the reason why this library is very important is here you are actually working with a data set. Here you are actually working with table data. End of the day, are you going to write any program like odd numbers, even numbers, or anything looping? Nothing. It's all about you are having a table, utilizing the table, you are going to analyze the data, you are going to filter the data, you are going to group the data, you are performing aggregations on the data. In SQL, whatever the data set that you are having on that, how you are executing SQL queries, the same queries kind of thing that you are going to do it in Python pandas. Why? Because here we are working with one really important topic called data frame. And what does this data frame? Data frame itself is nothing but it's a table. Data frame in itself is nothing but it's a table available with us. But in Python pandas, we call it with the name data frame. So whatever the table that you are having columns and rows, each and every column data type, everything we call it with a data frame name itself. And that is something we will be providing here. Clear everyone? And within this data frame, you can able to perform all the filtering options. What are the filters that you want to provide? You can provide filters. What are all grouping conditions that you want to provide? You can provide. If in case you want to join the tables, you can join the tables. All these approaches you can do. One question, everyone? Ready? Online participants ready? Hmm, perfect. The question here is you need to create two tables, guys. The first table need to be like, okay, I'll provide you the question here. The first table should be customers and second table need to be orders. And these two tables are relating to Swiggy. Okay. So in customers, you'll be having some columns like customer ID, customer name, age, contact detail, location. In orders, you need to have some columns like order ID, order name in the sense that food menu name, biryani or ice cream, whatever it is. And here you need to provide it something called category. Category in the sense, is it main course, starter, dessert? Okay. Quantity. If you are ordering ice cream, whether you are going with quantity 2 or 1 or 3. And then price. So these are all the columns that you need to include in customers as well as orders. And make sure, by the way, important, make sure include one foreign key column. If I'm the customer, if I'm ordering 3 times a day for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, 3 times I'll be ordering in Swiggy. 3 times I need to have this customer ID duplicate record, right? So that is the reason. Insert some duplicate records with the help of foreign key customer ID in orders, guys. What is the common column now? Customer ID from customers and customer ID from orders. Create these two simple tables, guys, everyone. Once, if it's completed, update me the code in the chat. I'll review it. Contact. Is after age, it's contact column. Import pandas as PD data frame, customer ID, customer name, age, contact details, location, data frame 2, order ID, price, category. Yeah, okay. Import pandas, customers. Okay, right, Samya. Right, Siddhant. Okay, right, Akash. Right, Tanya. Right, Alam. Everyone selected, everyone created data frames, I guess, with the help of dictionary format only, right? Key value pair combination. Okay, fine. Even you can go with list format also, right? You can create a list and utilizing that list, you can able to create a data frame. But at last, you need to provide pd.columns. Explicitly, you need to provide columns because you're not working with data structure dictionary, you're working with list. Offline, everyone completed? Girls? Okay, boys? Okay, good. So everyone clear with today's session? So tomorrow we'll go with stats. So there itself we'll try to complete the remaining functionalities of Excel. And we'll maybe uh, we expected this week it will be completed, right? Maybe 2 more days or 3 more days it will extend. In the mid of next week it will complete. Is it okay? No problem, right? Okay. Hmm? Sorry. That is what next week we'll be completing it. Okay. Online participants, clear? Can you explain dashboard and sure, Samya. Okay. I'll explain you one more time, no problem. Just remind me. Right, Alam. Right, Ajay. So, okay then. Let's connect again tomorrow. So, good night, guys, everyone. Bye, guys. Sure, Akshaya. Yeah. Okay. So, okay then, everyone. Bye, guys. Good night, online participants. Bye, guys.